Hey folks, Ray from DC Rainmaker here at Eurobike, and this is the new S rower. And what's cool about this is it's not just a rower, but it's a rower built on your existing smart trainer. So you can see two different smart trainers here, a Tacx NEO 2T and an Elite Suito-T, but the exact trainer doesn't really matter. The way it works is that it engages the cog that you have on there and then allows you to use it as a rower, and it does that via FTMS, which is the standard Bluetooth smart trainer control mechanism. So kind of breaking down some of the parts here and all the pieces that you're looking at. So starting off on the trainer itself, if we look closely at that, the way this works is that this will engage onto the cog there. You can see it's got a through axle design that goes out the side, and you can put it right back on again. The idea with that is that you can then take this and see put up against a wall roughly like this. Now this particular unit is a prototype, so it's a bit longer than you might expect when it comes to shipping and things like that. They're saying down the road in production version, it'll basically come apart into more pieces there. But right now there's two core pieces, the main beam, and then what's considered like the head unit. And so inside this head unit, after it attaches to your cog, there's a belt drive that goes right here, that goes to the wheel. And of course, the wheel is actually what's connected to what you're pulling back and forth and providing that resistance. As long as the trainer supports through axle, you're good to go. And of course, every smart trainer made in the last 8+ years supports through axle just fine. So you won't have any problems here at all. So then the resistance piece is done across FTMS. Again, the standard Bluetooth smart control for trainers. And you can see the app right there. Now this is just a bit of a kind of provisional app to explain how it works and show how it works. Down the road, you could have dedicated apps. Of course, there are already dedicated apps in the smart rowing space. And you could maybe even use an app like Zwift or the Tacx app, etc. Except in those scenarios, due to kind of the resistance that you're pulling right now, you wouldn't go very fast from a wattage standpoint on the road. So you could be on Zwift on the road just fine because again, it's FTMS, but you're not going to go very far. It'd be like slower than running speed. But it seems logical they might just pair with something like IC Trainer or some of the other apps in the space today that already have all the protocol side, all the structural workout side, etc. already dealt with. And in the case of IC Trainer, a super reasonable price. But the world's their oyster because of the fact they're using those standard protocols, it makes it pretty easy to go from here. And because the trainer is a smart trainer, emphasis on smart means you can do all sorts of structured workouts, a set given wattage, given resistance level, etc., and have the rower automatically follow that exact structured workout. Note the screen does not come with it. This is just a little tablet holder. You can see right there to put a tablet in there. So you can put whatever you want up there. I suspect in the final production version, this might change a little bit because I accidentally kicked off one of these at one point. But in terms of just a quick prototype, that's actually a pretty nice little spot there for it. And then lastly, from a technical standpoint, this is made of aluminum. Now, first, I am definitely more in the cycling crowd with a gazillion smart trainers at my house, so I'm not a rower, but I thought the feel here was pretty good overall. But of course, down the road, I'll call on one of my rowing friends into maybe giving it a try to see what he thinks. Now, when it comes to pricing availability, they're just launching this at Eurobike right now. The actual availability will be sometime Q2 of next year, so a little less than a year away, assuming nothing goes wrong. But the price point is quite reasonable. $695 US. This is being made in Italy. That's the plan for production down the road, is to have it made in Italy. To me, $700 seems very, very reasonable when you pair it with your existing smart trainer. And the cool part is you don't have to have a brand new smart trainer, right? The Suito-T is a 2018-2019 era smart trainer. So we're not talking something super new here. And you can find smart trainers even cheaper than that. As you look at smart trainers today being launched at Eurobike in the budget form that are brand new are launched at $499. And we're seeing plenty of models out there that are dipping down into the $300 range for, again, very, very capable smart trainers, and you don't need something with crazy specs because the wattage you're talking about here is significantly lower than that you would see on a cycling smart trainer. Anyways, I think this is super cool and definitely a way for cyclists or athletes to get into the rowing space without having to spend a lot of money for a dedicated rower. As always, stay tuned for plenty more from Eurobike. There's a lot of interesting stuff out here on the show I'll be covering over the next couple of days. With that, have a good one and hit subscribe for plenty more sports technology goodness. Thanks for watching.